Hey everyone, it's Shani and I'm back with my first thrift haul of 2025. This is the first time I had a chance to go thrifting and it was an okay day. It had been snowing here and when did I go? This would have been Friday, so today is Wednesday, the 14th. No, today is Tuesday, the 14th. I'm always off on my days. So today's Tuesday. I've been traveling the last couple days. My nephew graduated from Fort Sill, Oklahoma. He had an officer training course that he took and he graduated. So I'm super proud of him. He's in the Army and he's definitely done some great things in his life already for just being young, and I'm just super proud of him. So the last couple days I spent traveling. It was a 5.5 hour drive one way. So went down there Sunday, came back yesterday, and so today I have so much to do. I wanted to go to my flea market booths and to do some thrifting today, but after driving the last couple days, I just wanted a day at home. So I thought I gotta get through this first haul and get it into my inventory system and show you guys what I got. So this was from January the 10th. So that would have been on Friday. And I think there's a couple good pieces in here. So the first store I went to was Goodwill. And the first thing I'm gonna show you is these beautiful glasses. I believe they say USA on the bottom, so they are vintage. I'm trying to see it does say something else, so I'm not sure, but there was quite a few of these. I ended up picking up 8 of these at $2.83 a piece, which some of y'all might be like, that's expensive. But these colorful vintage goblets, if you find them for cheap, I would get them. People do collect these. They collect all kinds of colors. It's kind of the new thing, just to kind of collect old vintage colorful goblets. They're just gorgeous. I've told you guys I kind of I'm working on something. I'm trying to collect as much vintage colorful glass goblets and wine glasses as I can. And so I decided I was only gonna get 6 of them, and I was like, no, Shannon, just pick up a couple more because these are they're getting hard to find unless you spend up for them from someone that's selling them. So I decided to go ahead and pay the $2.83 a piece, and I cannot stand, oh, this Goodwill sticker actually came off easily, but anyway, sometimes it's really stuck on there. So I bought 8 of these, and aren't they gorgeous? That green, just a really gorgeous color. So let me move these out of the way. I've got to get them all washed up. All right, that was Goodwill, and then I found a couple more pieces from Goodwill. I was trying to be a little picky, but you guys know me. Sometimes it's hard to be picky when I see something I like. I did put a lot of stuff back this day, and they weren't having a great sales day either. I don't think I bought anything that was technically on sale this day, but anyway, I got a couple ties. They were $2.05 a piece. This first one is 100% silk Valentino Garavani, and just a really nice, it says Italy on it, just a really nice tie, and has the logo on the front. I did do a little bit of comp on these. Ties can be hard to sell sometimes, and then sometimes easier. This one I'm gonna have to iron it a little bit. But this is also a handmade in Italy, 8056 Milano. 56 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 Milano And I think the same person probably donated these both. See how wrinkly it is. I thought about pairing them up together. There was a lot of good men's stuff. Part of the problem is it was so marked up that I put a lot of it back. I only chose a few pieces. This, I know I probably paid a little bit up for, but it is a men's Robert Graham. Robert Graham is known for his men's dress shirts that have the flip collars with the cool, colorful patterns. And yeah, this is just kind of a V-neck long sleeve shirt. It is a size 2X, so it is a good size, but I always love the Robert Graham's embroidered logo. I think it's cool. And it's a cool color. It's like this rust and black stripe. But I paid $5.48 for that, so probably a little bit up. Probably my return on this is gonna be, I'm gonna guess, anywhere from $18 up to $24 on a t-shirt like this. I might be off a little bit, but that's what I'm gonna guess anyway. This, oh, that went with the store, okay. This, I thought was amazing. I'm probably gonna post it for like $40. I'm trying to undo a couple buttons for you. This is a vintage Cabin Creek. It is a women's size medium. I paid $4.74 for it, and it is this denim vest. Is this not cool? Now, I don't believe, I think that this was added after. Someone added a bunch of embroidery on different flowers. Here's the daffodil. And the little quote next to it says, "We each bloom in our own time." Daisies. So it's all embroidery. So I know it was added after the fact. Open yourself to all possibilities. I just think it is so cool. Look at the back of it. These are all little about flowers. So cool. So anyway, some lady must have made this using this vintage denim vest. And I think I'm gonna post it around $40. I think it's a very one-of-a-kind, cool piece. There is a little bit, there's a little stain right there. So I'm gonna wash it and see if I can't get it out today. But I just loved this piece. I love vintage, especially like overalls, vintage denim vests. I just think they're really cool. So this I did pay up for. I want to try it on myself, but it is a Natural Life. And it's a size large. It feels like linen, actually, like it's partly linen. So I wanted to try it myself. It's rayon, actually, but it's just a long maxi shirt dress. It has, at the bottom, it has a slit on the side, and it is a long sleeve, but I think, oh no, it is a long sleeve. I think a woman had rolled the sleeves. But I did pay $10 for this. I was really hoping, kind of like the minimal amount that Goodwill will charge for a dress is $6.10. So when I saw it, I was like, please let it be $6.10. If I was to sell this, I could probably make anywhere $20 to $30 on it, but it's super pretty. Look at that. I don't know. I want to try it on myself. So I thought, well, if it doesn't work for me, then I will just post it for sale. So, and then the find of the day. I have started looking at men's blazers. I mean, I always kind of have. The Hustle couple, Dan, I like watching Amy and Dan. I've learned a lot from them. If you haven't checked out their channel, please do so. But Dan is amazing at knowing like high-end designer names on men's blazers. So I happened to be flipping through the blazers and I found this, and the quality, the feel of it is like a high quality, just amazing. Men's, I'm gonna call this like a cocktail blazer more than anything. But as I was flipping through, I saw Made in Italy, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna check this out. And I flipped it open, and look what I saw. Tom Ford. This is a Tom Ford. It's legit as far as what I can tell. It had a $3,900 price tag that had been clipped off and was down in one of the pockets. It had a restaurant business card from Hong Kong in it. So someone had traveled and just stuck a business card down in a pocket. But it has the like the size tag. From everything I can see, it is legit. Now trying to figure out like the size on this, I'm gonna have to do some research because I do not find designer pieces like this hardly at all. You guys that follow me see what I normally find. A lot of it is bread and butter. So every once in a while, I do stumble across something of this magnitude. And if you do not know Tom Ford, it is high-end designer. His blazers, just look them up. His men's jackets, blazers, they go anywhere from, I'm gonna say $2,500 up to $10,000. And so resell on something like this, I did try and do a few comps. I just was trying to do some research on it. So I mean, I'm at least gonna bring, I would hope, $150 plus. I did pay up for this. They had it marked at basically 29, $28.69. I do have to do some like shaving, like see these loose threads on the edge. So I'm gonna just shave those off with my sweater shaver and see if I can kind of get it cleaned up just a bit. But anyway, even if I only got $100 for this, still, like, I've still made, you know, $75 off of it after my cost of goods. So, or 70. So anyway, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to mark any flaws that is on this beauty. But I'm super excited. I mean, I was like, holy cow. There were a couple other blazers I almost bought, and I know it was the same person. They, inside, like they had been custom made for this guy, and they were smaller, and so I knew it had to be the same person. They were made from Italian fabrics, and even said on the inside, like, custom made for, and it had the gentleman's name. And you could just tell, like, someone tailored these for this gentleman. But they were also around $30 each. And I was like, you know, I really think that this will bring I don't want to say the big bucks, but this one is where I'm going to make the most profit versus those other ones that were specifically designed for that guy. So anyway, I thought, you know, on the day where they mark everything down to 75% off or something, I might go back on that color and see if they're still there. They probably won't be, but I was so happy when I saw that label. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, who donates this kind of stuff? So anyway, I know some of you resellers, you find gems like this a lot. I just don't. I really don't. And so I was just happy to find it, even with the little flaws that I see on it. But I'm going to try to get it just as cleaned up as I can and then get it listed today, and we'll see. I have to do some research on it though, because the sizing, I really like reading the tag. I don't know how to read this tag, so I'm gonna try and figure it out today. Okay, and then the second store I went to on Friday was Red Racks in Springfield. I was trying to be as picky as I could there also, and I was kind of in a weird mood. I knew I had to get home. My son was going to come over for dinner. I had some beans in the crock pot, and I just really wanted to go to the store. And so I was trying to like hurry, and I feel like Red Rack has started marking their items up at like the Goodwill does. And I had picked up several things, and I thought, you know, I'm just not gonna pay this much up for something. So anyway, I was looking at I have my receipt here, so I was seeing if anything was on sale, but it wasn't. So my first item was in their vintage shop. They always have this label on their vintage clothing, and as you can see, I paid $7.99, so I did pay up for it. But it is this vintage Oshkosh little jumper overall set, plaid. Is that not the cutest? It has a snap crotch on it. So Oshkosh, I usually will pick up, especially if it's vintage Oshkosh overalls, the denim overalls, any kind of jumper like this. You have to do your research, because there are some of these that are worth some money, like bringing in $100. So I knew I was paying up for this. I did see another one of these, this specific one that was listed, I think around $45. But anyway, it's super cute. Look at that tag. And then it is a size 6 to 9 months. These old tags, you can tell they haven't been worn a lot if these old tags are still in some, you know, pretty good condition. So I knew I was paying up for it, but I think I'll at least make 30 plus on it. So I'm gonna do a little bit more research on that as well. This sweater, I absolutely love myself. I don't know that I'll keep it. It is a Willow. I'm really not too sure about this brand. I don't know where it's from, but I believe this is vintage as well. And one of the reasons why I did pay up for it, look how much I paid, $15.98. It is this super thick knit. If you can see how pretty that is. Very high quality. Look at these amazing vintage buttons. Like so pretty. So it's an extra large. I love it maybe for myself. I was thinking of for myself. But I know that if it doesn't fit me the way I want it to, because I love wearing vintage as well. If it doesn't fit me the way I want it to, I'm probably gonna post it around $30 to $40. It's just a really high quality piece. So, and I'm not too sure about that brand. I'll have to look it up. Most vintage sweaters, I start between $30 to $40 if it's high quality like that. So anyway, we'll see. I'm gonna definitely try it on today and see if I like it. The next piece, the brand, I haven't sold a lot of the brand. I see the brand sometimes. The brand can do pretty good on some pieces. I don't know a whole lot about it, but Karen Kane. I did do some comps on this when I was in the store. It's a size large. One of the reasons I picked it up was what it is. It's this black sweater, but look at the accent fabric on the bottom. It's all horses. Isn't that cool? It just has this, and the collar is horses. So it's definitely gonna probably call to a certain crowd, but it's so pretty. And Karen Kane is not cheap, for sure. I did pay $8.99 for this. So There were some Karen Kane pieces kind of like that were reselling in the 30s when I looked it up. So I don't know. I might not get that much. I mean, just looking at the piece, I'm like, surely I'm not going to get that much out of it, but you never know. So I got to do a little bit more research. And then my last item I got from this same thrift store was this pair of Figs scrub pants. And Figs does not perform like it used to, but it still sells. So this is small. It's a small. I paid $6.99 for these. I'll probably make around 20 on them. But they were in great condition. It's a cute color, pink. And so yeah, I could not find the top, so I'm sure someone maybe already bought it, or maybe the top was ratted out and they just donated their pants. But it doesn't look like these were worn hardly at all. So, and then one more item. I did get this from the Goodwill, and I'm gonna try to pick it up so you guys can see it. It's gonna go into my flea market booth. Okay, let me try and do this. Okay, do you see it? All right. Hopefully this doesn't fall over. Let me put this on it. Okay. Look at this vintage chest. It is so cool. It is very vintage. They have handles on the sides. What's really cool about this, I wish I could show you the inside, because the inside has boards down for the bottom, but you can actually raise them, and there's a little hidey hole underneath that, so you can store something very important to you down below it. But this is definitely vintage. I'm gonna pick you up again so you can get a look at that, the lid on that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love pieces like this. So pretty. I paid $14 for this at Goodwill. I actually couldn't believe they only had it marked 14 because they mark up everything. And I was like, I'm gonna buy that, and if I can't find a place for it, then I'm gonna sell it in my flea market booth. And so that is my plan for it. I'm going to the flea market booth tomorrow. I think I'm gonna take this and get it in there and see how well it performs. But I am just, so pretty. You should see the nails on the top of this that hold these boards on. They're just so old. I don't know, it's just such a cool piece. I love old pieces like this. And it's smooth from years of someone, from it being handled. The wood is just like so smooth. It's kind of like my mom and dad's house. They built the stairway. When did they? I think I was in 5th or 6th grade when my parents demolished our old house and built our new house. My dad built it with his hands, and the stairway has never been carpeted, even still, and I'm 45. And it is so smooth from years of us kids just walking up and down it. The wood is like so smooth, and that's how this feels. So anyway, I just could not leave it. This is one of those pieces I was like, okay, it's coming home with me. I love that. It's beautiful. And if I don't sell it in my flea market in a couple months, I might just pull it and keep it for like any shows I go to or anything like that. So I don't know, beautiful. I love it. I even might do a Facebook Marketplace local pickup on it. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure yet, but I do think I'm gonna maybe take it to the booth and see if it sells in the next couple months. So anyway, thanks for joining. I'll see y'all later. And yeah, my first thrift trip. What do you think of that Tom Ford blazer? If any of you are Tom Ford experts, let me know. because I'm definitely, yeah, I'm definitely not an expert on that whatsoever. So I'll talk to you later. See ya.